Welcome back, Crypto Hawk. December 19th. Here we are, members only show. I'm going to get into a deep dive right now. Extra añejo on the rocks. Come soon to a bar near you. Merry Christmas from the north of England. Cool. Well, let me see who was the first one to show up today. John Goodshit. Quick question for you, Hulk. Is the XRP plane soon to roll down the runway? Well, these people change the rules all the time. Sometimes they'll change the dates as well. I'm just sitting on the plane. They've got plenty of food and little mini bar drinks on the airplane. So, and it's a nice one. I got a first class seat. I got a little movie screen in front of me. I got some headphones, and I'm cool. Actually, I can wait. I've already paid my ticket. The resort is all paid for. It's all inclusive. And I know I'm gonna have a great time, whether we leave in the morning or the evening, whatever. Whether it's 6 hour layover, whatever. I'll hang out in the plane. I'm fine. Let's see, we got here Henry Brown back again. Let's all gather around, Uncle Henry. See what he said. Should be no crypto laws, then no crypto case. Exactly. Thanks for your donation. Henry Brown's is member for 2 months, by the way. If Ripple already paid the fine in 2015, which all of you have watched on my channel 3 times on one of our Ripple settlement, never watched the channel go over that before, just saying. If a Ripple already paid the fine, deemed a virtual currency, which it is, what is these YT lawyers talking about? That's what I've been saying, Henry. These lawyers are so fucking stupid. Hulk is the only channel worth listening to. Henry, it's embarrassing. You get these lawyers that come on that don't know what the fuck they're talking about crypto, but they're trying to get on the bandwagon. And then here's what's sad. You got people that have been making crypto videos for 2 to 3 years saying, oh, we're so thankful for these lawyers. Oh, what would we do without them? I'm glad we have their perspective. These fucking lawyers are dumb as shit. And it's foolish how these people that make crypto videos like do all this kissing up. Oh, yeah, sure glad we have John Deaton over there. And it's like, whoa, what a fucking moron. This whole case is so fucking fake. I already proven that on 3 shows with court documents proving it. Yeah. Not my opinion. I don't do my opinion. I do facts. That's how I'm number 1. Tequila Fund 2. Kind of liking that. Missed the open show. Glad to be here. Bombs away. Thank you very much. F. Thanks for your donation. Deep dive. Okay, I know these are not popular, the deep dives, but I can't always do the fancy schmancy little short commercials for 12 minutes or 18, whatever my average view time is. Not giving a fuck. Let's get into it. Where is the meat and potatoes and the dessert and the whole fucking shot rolled into one 2-pager coming at you? Incoming. Hold on, I'm doing a copy paste send. This is not on any other crypto channel, only Crypto Hulk. Yup, that's how we do it here. Jay Chastanet, thanks for coming on earlier tonight for the old East Coast Codgers. Boy, Jay, what's a Codger? But no, I appreciate the donation for that. I spent time trying to find this kind of shit. My show tomorrow, at least 4 hours studying it. This one, it took me about 2 hours to find it and about an hour to review it. It was a few hours just for this members only. Then I had to read it and verify some shit and all that. But let's go over this one. Now, let me start off by saying this is important because I want you to see how they've already figured everything out. So what we're living now, this life that we're living, is they're dropping laws when everything is ready, when they can coordinate everything. I've told you all. It's like, remember this? It's an orchestra. And everybody's sitting out in their chairs. They're waiting for the audience to fill up all the seats. The director guy says, okay, clarinet, start playing. See, everything's coordinated. I've only been doing that 3 years, okay? I told you already, they got it all figured out. Now I got proof, okay? This is titled, so the Financial Stability Board, what are they? They direct all the top agencies in the world, the regulators, they direct all this stuff. I'm not saying they're the number one and they're in charge. They're like the facilitator. They organize it. They say, hey, you guys do that, you do that, and we'll do this. And okay, so that's what's going on. All this shit's already figured out. Okay. To them, it's not a mystery. I'll read off the names again. These are all the shot callers in the world. FSB, Financial Stability Board. What they do is they coordinate at the international level. The FSB coordinates at the international level the work of the national authorities and the international standard setting. Crypto will have global standards. I've already said this already, probably 6 months ago. Okay. All the shit's figured out. So it's not like, oh, gee, what are we going to do? What's Congress going to do? Congress, at some point, will be activated, and then the government agencies will be this: the FSB, the BIS, Financial Stability Board, Basel, CPMI, which is the Committee on Payment Makers Infrastructure, International Organization of Security Commission. So, the SEC, all the SECs around the world, all the commodities around the world, Financial Action Task Force, FATF. Those are all the major players. Now, they've already decided all this shit, I want to say a long time ago, a couple years back. They're waiting for all of the world to kind of get together, and because we have to work together. All of this, we have to work. You can't have some countries like, no, fuck it, we're not doing it. They're letting the Middle East just run wild because we can't let them fall behind. Asia, they purposely let them get a head start because, in my opinion, most of the rest of the world, we get this thing going like now. Okay. So this is all a show. We are trying to get the slow pokes going. Africa, Asia, all right, Brazil, Mexico, and all, because the most modern countries, we could do it right now. And it's not going to work with these other countries that don't have as much legislation or kind of, they still write on paper and pencil and shit. So it's like, we've got to get these people up to speed. That's what's taking so long. It's already figured out. I'm going to show you that tonight. They already break it down. NCB XRP, thanks for your donation. I appreciate that. With all the new laws affect us that bought before the laws were passed. With the new laws effect, us that bought before the laws were passed. I mean, I bought my crypto before there's laws, so my stuff is not going to be affected by this law. That's how it mostly is all the time. If you buy some stuff, fireworks or whatever shit, if it's before a law, then you don't get in trouble because there's no law when you did it. All right. So that's why I'm really not tripping. But if you buy stuff now, make sure it's from an exchange where there's no laws and all these kinds of things. They don't report to the government and so forth. But later they will. Garrett Cox, thank you very much for your donation. Here we go. What we got is regulation, supervision, and oversight, crypto asset activities and markets. Okay. The fight. Oh, wait, no, that's that's for tomorrow. Whew, wait, that's a 77 page. I looked at that and I'm like, holy fuck. I got to go over 77 pages right now. I'm like, shit, it's not happening. All right, this is the 2-page one. Whew, scared me. FSB, Financial Stability Board. Okay, they direct global. The FSB, it says here at the top, publishes high-level recommendations for regulation. They provide supervision and oversight of, global stablecoin arrangements. What we got going is this FSB will direct the whole entire planet with crypto. Now, each country, like I told you, will be given a template. I said this a couple months back or something. Each country will be given a template, and it's kind of like it'll have all areas of crypto companies. How do you start a crypto company legally? What inspections have to be done at the crypto company monthly? Anything about everything with crypto. The FSB will have oversight, regulate. Like it's all regulated. Okay, they've figured out all this stuff. Now it's going to look like our government, Venezuelan government, all these. It's going to look like each government is making their own. No, that's not correct. What's happened is this FSB and these other 5 agencies I read off, they're controlling everything. The banking with crypto, the lending, DeFi, anything to do with crypto, these 5 or 6 agencies are running the world with it. They're telling these countries what to do. Now they're going to give them like a low and a high. Let's say tax on crypto. Well, the minimum will be 10 and the maximum will probably be whatever you want. But if you do whatever you want, be prepared because your crypto companies are going to move out of your country and no one's going to be there. Then you'll be fucking broke. So I think what they'll probably do is give you a minimum and a maximum. So they'll say, okay, countries, the minimum crypto tax would be 10% and the max will be 35. Because some of these countries just want to tax the fuck out of everything. And then when those crypto tech companies leave that country's fucking broke. And then what happens? All the crime happens, and they got nuclear weapons, and it gets all fucking bad. So it's these 5 agencies have to make sure all these dumbasses all around the world don't either do zero tax or too much tax, and then everything, all the rules. So I'm gonna start reading part of it here. The Financial Stability Board today published the final version of its high-level recommendations for regulation, supervision, and oversight of global stablecoin arrangements following an earlier public consultation. So what happened here is the FSB, they published one of these in June of 2020. See, this one's dated October. This isn't the first time the FSB has updated. This is the updated one. They did one back in June. They might have done one before then. I'm not sure. Maybe January 1st, 2020. But this one's dated. Look at the date here. We're talking like 2 years ago, right? That's what I told you. This shit's already planned out. Now, there might be circumstances like either a COVID or maybe one country's too slow, so they have to postpone shit. But this one's dated October 2020, damn near 2 years ago. They have it all planned out. Let me read off. So-called stable coins. So now, the cryptos are going to be called stable coins, the ones that are going to be used globally, okay? Remember, there's 2 different kinds of crypto, Group 1 and Group 2. So-called stable coins are a specific category of crypto assets, okay? Now, look, you're going to have crypto securities. Now, I'm adding this. This report doesn't say it. Here's where I'm adding my own opinion. We know there's going to be securities notes because the B bank that I spent doing my show that lost my channel, when we talked about this particular B bank, they mentioned they were going to be selling securities notes. So this gets a little, I don't know exactly, but you're going to have crypto assets, then you're going to have global stable coins, securities notes, commodities notes, things of that sort of thing. So we'll do a wait and see. Let's just discuss what we can actually see right now. So you're going to have something called stable coins, global stable coins, and they're a specific category of crypto assets which have the potential to enhance the efficiency of the provision of financial services, but may also generate risks to financial stability. particularly if they are adopted at a significant scale. What we got going on is I'm just letting you know we're having a global switch. Crypto right now will become the way of the future. When this report talks about, crypto could generate risk and da da da. Yeah, if because look, what I've studied, and it'll be in tomorrow's show as well, is we have something called legacy banking or traditional banking, right? That's the way we bank right now. There's a big shift coming. This article doesn't mention that because they're probably not trying to let the cat out of the bag too early. Okay. What I'm telling you is these global stable coins, I think there'll be about 3 to 10 of them. Now it's going to be XRP, XLM, XDC. My guess is maybe also the ISO ones, Quant, HBAR, and these sort. Okay. That would be my guess. Those would be like group 1A. Okay. Those would be called the global stable coin arrangements. And these will become the world's money. All right. Now, countries are able to make their own CBDCs, but we will have global stable coins that these 5 or 6 government regulation, whatever, around the world, they will deem like those 3 that we talked about, plus another maybe 10 or 7 to 10. Those will be global stablecoin arrangements. The cream of the crop, backed with money, derivative stock, bonds, gold, silver. See what I'm saying? The global stablecoin arrangements will be your top global cryptos. Okay, and they'll be called the global stablecoin arrangements. Stable coins are an attempt to address the high volatility. You know how Bitcoin goes up and down? These aren't going up and down. That's why they're global stablecoin arrangements. They have the potential to bring efficiencies to payments and to promote financial inclusion. However, a widely adopted stablecoin now this is massively important. However, a widely adopted stablecoin. Think of a stablecoin that's widely adopted. It's like 3 of them we're thinking, right? With a potential to reach and use across multiple jurisdictions, a so-called global stablecoin or global stablecoin GSC could become systemically important. That means when something's systemically important, it means that particular thing. Let's say, I think our government declared like Bank of America and Wells Fargo to be systemically important. That means our government will do whatever it takes to protect Bank of America, Wells Fargo, because if those go under, this country's probably going to go under. BlackRock, I'm almost positive it's worth like 27 trillion. I'm almost positive our government has declared BlackRock systemically important to the United States. These global stablecoins, listen, will be systemically important to the world. Yes. In and across one or many jurisdictions, including as a means of making payments. The emergence of global stablecoins may challenge the comprehensiveness and effectiveness of existing regulatory and supervisory oversight. What they're basically saying is these GSCs will be the money of the world and take over. Okay. I've always told you, in my firm belief, XRP will start to be used as a bridge currency and all that dumb shit stuff. But I told you what I really feel the end result of the XRP, XLM, and XDC is global use. They don't want to come out and say it because all these governments be freaking out. Oh shit, XRP didn't know. They just start off by telling you it's a bridge. It's just a bridge. It's just a bridge. It's just a bridge. And then people start using it. And then it's like, well, let's just use this instead. So that's always been my belief. And looky here, we have global stablecoin. Well, ain't that something? Looks like Crypto Hulk was right on that too. The emergence of GSCs may challenge, so governments are going to feel challenged. The FSB has agreed on a 10 high level recommendations that promote, coordinate, and effective regulation, supervision, domestic and international level. They support innovation and provide sufficient flexibility. I have in tomorrow's show, we're going to go over these 10 high level recommendations. Says the FSB, Financial, hold on again, Financial Stability Board. I'm getting confused. We will be going over the 77-page report, and in that, on the page, there's the 10 high level recommendations. What those recommendations will be, it's not that long to read them, but it's going to describe how we're going to have crypto organized. So we'll go over those tomorrow in my show. This is just a short 2-pager. It says these 10 high level recommendations, they support responsible innovation and provide sufficient flexibility for jurisdictions to implement domestic approaches. Okay, again, what these 10 high level recommendations are, these are the templates that countries will use as a guide to getting their crypto regulations going. Okay, these countries around the world, they're not going to reinvent the wheel. Okay, that's what FSB did, along with the IMF, the BIS, Bureau of International. They created the new fucking crypto wheel. Okay, so what they're going to do is then teach and assist the rest of the world on how to do this. Okay, so that's what's coming to a theater near you. Um, the recommendations call for regulation, so all the regulations will be global. All the supervision. See what's happening here, and I know you don't like it. I don't like it either. We're moving into a global world, so you got to kind of follow the world police. That means we're kind of near the end of human civilization. I don't know how many years we got, 10, 20, maybe something like that, to where it's a straight up communist. And because we're moving into this one world kind of deal, which I won't say order. And because then YouTube gets funny about that shit. So, um, moderators, make sure nobody starts talking about crazy end of the world shit in the comments, please. But that's where the shit's going. So, and they're showing you right here. You're going to have global regulation. It says the recommendations call for regulation, supervision, oversight. It's like what the world will be controlled by those 6 organizations. I don't like it. It's just how it's going to happen. Okay. I'm showing you how the crypto is getting rolled out through a global manner. Um, completion of this work will be done by December 21. So a year ago, they completed, listen, all the international standard setting. They did all the standards. That's done. By a year ago, which was December 2021, establish, now I'm on page 2 of this article, establishment or as necessary adjustment of cooperation. So they did all these changes and checks and stuff, and all that was done. At the national level, establishment, adjustment, regulatory, that's all done by July 2022. So 6 months ago, all that was done at the national level. Now, here we go. Listen to this. Review of implementation and assessment of the need to refine or adapt international standards by July 2023. So that means next year, if everything is going great, they're done and it can begin. All right. That's the main whole key to this little deep dive is right here. July 2023. There's no other dates after that. That's the final one. They're going to review it and have it all refined and ready to go July 2023. Let me get into some comments here. So now you can kind of see where we're at with this. It's that they've got the dates figured out in the middle of next year, provided there's no major issues with regulation, whatever, it's ready to go. That's why our government's picking up so fast. You've got regulators saying we need to get this done now, and then because they know July's coming up, they've got to have all these things ready to go. You've got to have the regulations in effect. You've got to utilize the templates that the FSB has. You got to put them into use, see if it works, and then all that's got to be ready by July of next year. So you're going to see rapid advancement in this crypto right now in the next 1, 2, 3 months. They're going to be coming up with these regulations, implementing them, shutting down exchanges, organizing the fuck out of all the laws. You're going to see all this like real fast. And then come July, 4th of July, actually, what did they say, July 23? I think it might be 4th of July. I'm telling you. Let's see any questions here. Crypto Bigfoot. Just figured the FTX collapse would be a catalyst for everything. You know, Henry, 2 weeks before the collapse, my show's title was Something Massive is going to happen in crypto. 2 weeks before that, I made a prediction. Something massive is going to happen in crypto. That was the title, and I was right. I've pretty much been right all along. I just watch a lot of this. I study. I come up and I find great information to back up most of what I say. FedNow. So Crypto Hodler 68 says FedNow launches around that time. I'm thinking, okay, that if you're saying it launches around there, something around June, July, all along through there, March, April, May, June, July, there's gonna be a lot of major shit going down right in there. Wouldn't it be funny if SBF testified against the SEC? Here's what I think we ought to do: give the guy immunity and allow him just to sing like a cage bird, right? Say, Sam, give us everything you know, and we'll let you go. I mean, you'll have to be on probation. You cannot get involved in any crypto shit for the next 10 years. We don't want him out there starting fires, but just I want him to I want all these fucking SEC people to go to jail. Totally. That'd be great. Maybe give Sam probation, give him a fine of like $1 billion. And all the other particulars, these lawyers, but something because yeah, just let him sing. I want to hear all the bad shit our government so we can get all these motherfuckers fired and shit. Start over, fire everybody and hire them all brand new. Bring down the house of cards. Give him a dodgy paper round. The planets bring forth the energies. 2020 is going to be huge. Says Phoenix and Dragon. If they would just turn our pipeline back on. There you go. Turn on the fucking gas pipeline and all this shit goes bye-bye. We got happy days again. Gas will be about $2 a gallon. Truckers, all the food will be cheap. My friend went to Costco today. They didn't go ape shit. They didn't go ape shit because they're poor. $640 fucking dollars to fill their cart at Costco. $640 fucking dollars. You know, I'm so sick of this. I wish we had our last president back.
Tomorrow they will say Donald Trump rants and raves at the press. I'm not ranting and raving. I'm just telling you. You know, you're just honest people.
Yeah, man. Yeah. SBF takes his PlayStation. Take his PlayStation away. Oh, God. Make him sleep in a bed, not a beanbag chair. That would really piss him off. So, oh, James Ashenfelter. FTX not only fleeced people and prevented them from investing in solid projects like XRP, but it also provided a reason for crypto regs. Yes, sir. It was all, you know, I hear from different people. It just sounds planned, honestly. Look, we already know Sam and his girlfriend and shit. These people were like told what to do. And if they didn't do it, which I think they were doing some shit they didn't know, but I think they hired a lot of crooked Wall Street people that were doing all the bad shit, and those people left, or they said, "Oh no, Sam, that's okay, do that." Because I don't think Sam his whole life has been ripping off people. I don't. I think there's a group of people, adults, guys that are 50, 60, that have tons of experience, that know all the ins and outs, put those two in place, the girlfriend and Sam in place on purpose. So the rich 40, 50, 60-year-old men and women in there could manipulate Sam like a chess piece and have him do shit. And then if something was illegal and Sam questioned him, they'll be like, you know what, Sam, like nobody gets in trouble. We do this all the time. And Sam's like, well, okay. Like, well, okay, if you say so, I guess I'll do it. So, and I think that's really how it went down. I think he's not a mastermind. He might be a master of something else, but he's not a mastermind. And he's smart with computer shit, but all this criminal shit, I don't think that's him. He doesn't know the ins and outs of the SEC. And that's not his world. His world's sitting around inventing computer shit. That's what he does. Not figuring out how to get around laws and setting up shell companies. I don't buy that. That's all that Wall Street people that got in with him, that used him and the girlfriend to get shit done. Gary was the puppet master. Gary's a fucking crook also. Yeah, Crypto Shield. Ribeyes down here are $50 a pound. That's what I'm saying. All this, ever since Trump left, this fucking country went to shit. Yeah, so now they can't get, my friend's like, yeah, just food's doubled. Like different things I bought is double in price. They got to eat like New York steaks now because they can't afford ribeyes. I'm like, man, what the fuck's wrong with this country? There's all these fucking damn criminals running shit. Crypto Cat. Good work, Hulk. Thank you for that. So, in my tomorrow's show, the deep dive, you guys are all here. Last week, I don't know if you didn't catch it or not. I did a deep dive. It was with Basil, okay? Razzle Dazzle. I think it was like, I forgot the title, but it was a deep dive and it took a long fucking time. That's where I start breaking down group one, group two. So go back and look at the because Basil is a part of this whole deal. Remember, you've got 6 agencies. Basil, fuck it. Basil. Hey, I'm just gonna call it whatever. No, if it's Basil, whatever the fuck. I know that it's basil because basil's an herb, but I'm just gonna use whatever word interchangeably. It doesn't fucking matter. So you got Basil, BIS, FSB. You got CPMI, FATFA, and IOSE. See, all of these people are joining together. They've already made the future. Remember, 2020 was when they were saying all the shit about the global stablecoin shit, and they gave a date of July 2023, and they did that like 2 years ago, 3 years ago. They've already got it planned out. I'm showing you now. They already have it planned. Go back 4 or 5 days ago when I made the Basil program. I break that down pretty good about banks and how the banks are gonna be selling all shit. Look, you're not gonna be going on your little Webull accounts, and if so, you'll be buying dumb shit. It's not good. I've already been going over all the good shit. You'll have to be accredited credit investor. You have to be worth $1 million and make 200,000 a year, some shit like that. Oh man! But tomorrow's program, the 77 pages. I'm gonna go over all 77 pages of it, but I don't go over every page. Like I'll go from I'll start at like page 5, 6, 7, 8, then 9, 10, 11, 16, 17, 18, and it kind of stops at around page 20. 26. Yeah, it's not bad. It's actually a pretty easy deep dive. It's not tactical. I think tomorrow's 77-page deep dive, it'll go over well. It's not like, oh god, somebody kill me, this shit's too much. I can burn through it, and it's not. I skip all the tech shit in there. It's really not that complicated. But tomorrow's deep dive is very important because you're going to see how all this is coming together with mainly like regulations. And yeah, so that's for tomorrow. I don't want to get into that right now. Let me check some last comments here. When it becomes more the room, the norm. When it becomes more the norm, it will be easily adopted. You're going to see massive adoption quick, starting from now over the next 6 months. That's what I'm pretty much telling you right now. We're going to go from what do we do? What do we do? Just like right now, what do we do? Oh my God, we got the FTX. Oh shit, we're all going to die, right? That's what crypto's bad. You got these congressmen, Democrat ones. Oh, we got to ban crypto. Do I have that article right here? I might just do that one right now. That dude pisses me off. That Sherrod Brown, whatever the fuck his name is. I like to somebody slap the fuck out of him. Let's see if I can find it. And I've got a lot of news I didn't cover. Yeah, I don't. Oh, here we go. Here we go. I'm going to send you the article. I wasn't planning on doing this, but this guy fucking pisses me off. I don't know how he gets a job. 420 guy, never stop Hulk. Thank you for all your work. It's a lot of work, man. But one day it'll be over. I was trying to make sure we all get to the other side and not end up broke. Now I can't find the articles. Here we go. Okay. It's from Coin Journal. Here's the title. U.S. Banking Committee Chairman suggests, here we go. Listen to this fucking genius right here. Listen to the fucking genius. Sherrod Brown, Sherrod, Sherrod, and then Brown. That's a man's name, but he acts like a little fucking whore. U.S. banking, well, he's the whore to the banks, actually. The banks want this shit shut down. U.S. Banking Committee Chairman suggests banning cryptocurrencies. Oh, for the love of God. You see how stupid this is? I just went over that 2-pager showing how 6 agencies around the world are going to be ushering in cryptos, and that will be the backbone of the financial institutions. You'll have global stablecoin cryptos that will be backed by different things. Like again, some of them will be derivatives, some will be stocks, some will be commodities, whatever. These cryptocurrencies that are global, that's going to start July 2023. Sherrod Brown, who there's 2 cases for him too. Either he's fucking retarded as fuck, or he's a straight up liar that's bribed and bought off. That's the only 2 possibilities. Banking Committee Chairman Sherrod Brown made the suggestion. Hey, I got a suggestion for Sherwood or Sharon, or whatever the fuck his name is. Jump in front of a bus, do the world a favor. So his suggestion during the appearance of NBC's Meet the Press, he says it would be very difficult to ban crypto since they would simply go offshore. Well, no shit, Sherlock. Brown has been calling for imminent and aggressive action to be taken on crypto for the last 18 months. Hey, Sharon, how about this, you fucking stupid? How about you draft a bill that gives definitions to crypto so the regulators can do something, you cocksuckers? See what I'm talking about? These people and this news, the NBC News, not calling them out for that. These news people are just as bad. December 18th, he was on Meet the Press. Well, who fucking cares? Well, he doesn't know a fucking thing anyway. Sherrod Brown says that the the CFTC and the SEC, listen to this, should possibly consider a ban on cryptocurrency. Sherrod, let me tell you something, bright guy. For the love of God, please watch my show, because you are making yourself like a complete ass in front of the whole world, okay? Okay, Sherrod, listen very closely. There's a thing called laws, okay? Congress makes them. Guess what, Sherrod? you're in Congress. Okay. Here's how it works, bright guy. Congress creates the laws that the regulators, like you say, the SEC and the CFT, you make the laws, Sherrod, and they use those laws, Sherrod, for guidance, you fucking moron. So why are you telling the SEC, oh, I wish the SEC would ban it. SEC can't do that, you fucking retard. That's called a violation of your civil rights under color of authority. You're violating, Sherrod, please, wow. Sherrod, look in the United States. I know what you know that is. If you're in Congress, that's where your laws go. The United States. Sherrod, look in the United States Code. Crypto Hulk is asking you to please do this for the love of God and all humanity on this planet. Show us you have fucking brains in your head, and maybe I'll ease up on you next time. But Sherrod, what I want you to do is go into the United States Code and see if the word cryptocurrency is in there with definitions and stuff, because that's how Gary would regulate, Sherrod. See, it's not in there. So when you want Gary to regulate cryptocurrency, there's no definition, Sherrod. Therefore, they cannot regulate it, you fucking dumb on the retard. How do you regulate what's not even in law? Does that even make sense? Like, I'm having to like explain this. Sherrod like should know all these things. It's like he's telling us, well, yeah, you need to ban them. Are you? That's totally illegal. He wants the SEC to do illegal shit. Gary Gensler's going to ban crypto. So when he goes to court, he's going to say, well, Your Honor, I'm arresting Coinbase executives because they're selling crypto. And the judge will be like, okay, Gary, where in the United States Code does it give the definition of cryptocurrencies? And Gary will be like, the Howey test was very clear. Gary, no, that's the wrong answer for the different question. Yeah, so I had to read off that one for tonight. That'll be like your final news articulo. Ollie Bug, well-deserved whiskey. Keep up your hard dedication and work, mate. Thanks for that, Ollie Bug. That'll be, I think. Oh, Ed showed up. Ed Doxy. Excellent info as always. Yes, this is my professional job right now, to inform people on the future. My job is to show you what the future is so you're prepared to make billions. That's my job. I want you to know specifically about the no rules that we have and how Gary can't enforce the rules because we don't have any. And I mean, it's almost funny. I mean, if this wasn't my life, then I would be like frustrated. But I mean, if I really think about this shit, I get like really depressed. So I have to laugh or something or yell at government officials through my computer because it's almost like, are they serious? Like, they can't be serious doing this. Like, he's serious. Sherrod Brown seriously telling the SEC and the CFTC to ban them. That's illegal. You can't do that. And plus, there's nothing to ban because they don't even fucking exist. See, this is like crazy talk that's coming out of our government, people. They cannot possibly mean what they say. I'm shocked. Like, I have a program discussing this. It's very, it can't be my life. It's all a show, says XRP Sharky. Like I said, they're either totally lying or that Sherrod dude is really fucking stupid. That's the only thing. He can't possibly think that SEC can do that. You can't. And if so, how are you a congressman? Because you know the United States Code, it has to be in the law has to be in there. This is unbelievable. Our government, like, I can't believe I don't even know what's going on. Like, that's shocking. You should know. I've worked in the law before. You follow laws. I couldn't go arrest a probationer. I couldn't pull somebody over. I'd look in the penal code and be like, okay, yeah, that's a violation, speeding, 22,350 VC. I have to follow law before I could do something. These people are like, oh, go arrest people, but we don't have laws for it. Like, are you fucking, like, what's wrong with you? How are you saying something? Oh, we need to ban it. Well, yeah. It would be like my partner I worked with. Hey, Crypto Hulk, go over there and arrest that guy for wearing an orange shirt. I'm like, well, it's not in the vehicle code or the penal code. Is that business profession code or health and safety code? Like, what code is that under? Well, it's not under any code, Crypto Hulk. Just go arrest him. I'm your sergeant. I'm like, well, I need to see the code first. Not with Sherrod Brown. Sherrod Brown's like, oh, you're wearing an orange shirt. Gary and CFTC, arrest that person. That's what we got going on in the United States. Makes no fucking sense. I've worked law enforcement. I know. I've worked it for like most of my career. I've worked at the state Supreme Court level. I've worked for the Department of Justice. I kind of know a little bit. All right. Aries. 3/22/2023. Crypto mastermind. Gold is being removed from exchanges and is unaccounted for. Yeah. In a couple days, I'm going to go buy some gold. I get paid. All right. That'll be it. Oh, wait a second. Maybe not. Black Cookie. Missed the beginning of today's show, but glad I'm on now. I have a lot of catching up on since last week. That deep dive the other day. And then tomorrow you have another fat one. And it's a lot of shit to learn. Thank you, Black Cookie. Black Cookie. All right, you guys, I gotta go. Two great shows for you tomorrow. I'm gonna be busy all day, but I still got a lot of news up here. I got a huge deep dive for tomorrow. It's gonna help you see when you look at the Basil, when you look at today's show and then tomorrow's show, you're gonna have a pretty good idea on how regulated this is happening. It's all going to happen. They've planned it out. We're just watching it on the movie theater because we know what's going to happen. But they're going to create a lot of catastrophes. I want you to notice we're going to go into a state of emergency in the country. You'll see that too. Like I'm calling out shots. So this is how it will go down. The government will then have to take all the crypto because it'll be systemically important to the national security. You'll see. Anything on exchange, gone. Software wallets, gone. You'll see. And then you'd be like, damn it, Crypto Hulk. My stuff was on exchange and software wallet. And I'll be like, sucks being you. All right, that's it. I'll see y'all tomorrow. As far as the time, all right, we'll see. Somewhere around 6 or 7 p.m. I don't know, somewhere in that time frame. Because I got to go to Sacramento and take care of a lot of shit. Johnny Utah finally makes it. I hope it's sooner, but it'll be all worth it. I know, we just got to wait, man. It's just sucks, you know. Some of us been waiting a lot. I've been waiting 3 years. Some of you guys 4 or 5. I mean, at least we win, right? At least I'm making these great programs. I'm showing you well in advance of what's going to happen. None of the shit is a surprise on my program. We got some bad hard times coming up. The government's gonna be out there taking everybody's trick-or-treat candy. Unless you have that shit inside of a safe. Hardware wallet, Faraday bag. Adios, Crypto Hulk. See you tomorrow.